Hi guys, this is Stevewolbach, your friendly public adjuster. I almost forgot what I was about to say. Sorry about that. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit today about condominiums and about the policies in the condominium and about the policy that you as the individual owns. It's very, very tricky. A homeowner's policy is straightforward. Obviously, you own the home, which is the whole building, right? The dwelling and all the contents and so forth. In a condo, it's a lot different, and it varies, which makes things more complicated. It varies from property to property, from management to management, how they structure their policy, and your policy revolves around their policy. And what I mean by that, as a matter of fact, I just wrote a claim just last week now, and the claim was a situation where there was a water loss. The water loss came from the unit above down to the unit below and caused damage in several rooms. Well, in that situation, we needed to find out where the liability of the condominium complex ends and where the individual that owns the condominium unit themselves begins. There was loss to the actual dwelling, or the unit, I should say, right? Not dwelling. There was loss to that, as well as then personal contents. Well, the personal contents doesn't affect. I mean, that was a no-brainer, as we use out there. My issue was, what is the responsibility when the wall is wet, when you have flooring that's wet, different types of flooring, whether carpeting or tile, hardwood floor, which there was, they had linoleum tiles, and they had flooring. There was also a popcorn ceiling. Now, I'll save that for a different video. But so with that, we needed to see just who was responsible for some of this stuff. And it turns out that the individual that owned that unit is responsible. So that fell under their policy. We're working things out now. We will be negotiating with the insurance company shortly. We will get a settlement for this individual, and we'll move on. That's what we do. That's what public adjusters are. We are there to come in. We ended up getting a restoration company. It was pretty bad there. There was a lot of damage between hardwood floor and carpeting and linoleum. All had to come up. And we're going to make sure that properly funds will be distributed so that the individual can restore things back. And where did she restore them to? I'm sorry? That's right. Pre-loss conditions. That's the whole idea. We want to come to a settlement where the insurance company will cut a check and she will be supplied with funds that will allow her to restore the damage back to pre-loss conditions. So that's the little trick that happens, or let's just say the concern that you need to pay a little extra attention to in a condominium policy. It's not quite clear. I mean, to actually fine tune it, there are situations sometimes where the coverage is such that it's from the studs in is the responsibility of the person, not the association. Or sometimes it's from the paint in. So and what's the difference between that? Well, if it's the studs in, then that means that if you have a situation where you were moving some furniture and you move it too close to the wall, and maybe it bangs and puts some damage onto the wall, and you maybe put a little hole in the wall, the drywall, right? Well, if it was a policy that was the studs in, that would mean it's your responsibility to replace that drywall and then to repaint it. If it would be from the paint in, then it would be a situation where, and the drywall got damaged, then the association is responsible to replace the drywall, and then it's your responsibility, it's easy for you to say, to go and actually paint it afterwards. So there's a difference there, right? Very distinct. And that's what you need to investigate in the beginning, and that's what makes our job very important to have our services. That's what makes us important. There's that extra X factor that adds during a claim, the filing of a claim. The whole process is that you can't just assume anything. You need to find out, well, what does the condo policy say, and the homeowner's policy is picking up X amount. And as long as we can make those coverages work together, that's all we need to worry about. That's the important thing. So guys, I hope that that made some sense to you. I hope you learned something from it. I'm Steve Wolbach. Who am I? Your friendly adjuster. That's right, your friendly public adjuster. And I'm here to help you. If you have any type of damage, please reach out to me. Let me know, and I will help you. I'm only a phone call away. Thank you very much for listening. If you liked what you heard, would you give me one of these? If you really didn't want to hear that, I get one of those. Please share it. And of course, let's subscribe. I'm still looking for more people to subscribe to my channel. I am growing. I appreciate that. It's great. That means I'm reaching more people, and that's what I want to do. I want to put this message out to as many people as possible. I want to help them. Guys, thank you very much, and God bless you.